Welcome to Unmuzzled Chat. Wow. I feel so blessed with everything that has been happening already with this platform. The healing that has been taking place each and every day with myself, and it's just not, well, and with others, but it's not just of the physical sense, like everything. You know what? I don't want to beat around the bush today. This is going to be far different content than I've produced up to this point, and I just feel compelled to get this message out there. I want to reach out to all my fellow patriots, believers, brothers, sisters. We're all children of God at the end of the day. And I mean, this is very personal because it reigns true, this very threat. It is so clear to me. And as I just came back from an IV treatment, and yet again, I hear these doctors and people in the know spreading caution to the wind. And I understand it. I understand where they're coming from. And I appreciate it to an extent. But that is not what this platform is about. Muzzles are off. The worst type of censorship out there is self-censorship. Not going to censor myself. I'm going to dive into these topics face first. I get smacked? Great. We'll deal with it. That being said, Stu Peters, please hear me. Dan Bongino, please hear me. Charlie KIRK, please hear me. I hope this message reaches your doorstep. JP SEARS. I mean, the list goes on and on. Okay, so I'm not going to do every patriot and hero, God-fearing man or woman justice as to the battle you've been fighting in the war that came to our doorstep, that you've answered and you've stepped up, risking everything. Keep it up. I want to champion, fight alongside you guys. 110%. So do not take this message wrong. I'm so grateful for all your guys' hard work. Keep it up. But I personally feel that there has been a narrative. There has been, oh my gosh, a threat that no one effectively is giving the proper attention to. And it's biowarfare. For frick's sakes, I'm fighting something that dates back to the Cold War. This is old school. Lyme disease is old school. And people don't understand how, oh my gosh, how bad it is. How many people it's impacting. So, it's been said, we'll own nothing and be happy. It's been said that they currently have the freaking technology to control the masses. It's been said, there's nothing conspiratorial about it. And I am living proof. I have my own testimony, and I know how impacting biowarfare can be. I've lived it. I've walked it. And I know the reality of it. They didn't stop at this old school. We don't even know as to how I mean, they've said it out loud. Themselves. They have the technology to control the masses. So all my patriots, with all the good work you're doing, think about it. If tomorrow you can effectively get everyone to tune off of the mainstream war machine of information and listen to your platform tomorrow, wow, what a positive impact that would have, right? Just humor me for a second and go along this thought process, please. Because all your work could be for naught. Think about it. You're that effective against evil, right? To where everyone tunes out and does it. Like, what hand are they going to play? What are they going to do? I'm sure they got a whole list as to what they'll do. But personally, I feel biowarfare is at the top of that list. I'd love to be proved wrong on this. James, I love your passion and I see where you're coming from with your story or this or that. Like, but my freaking goodness. If you can just actually sit on that for a moment, you get everyone to tune into your message and you wake everyone up and they start voting to ensure a freaking better tomorrow, right? And taking the tyrannical out of all that. So, like, what are they going to do? Just think on that. So what do we do with that? If what I say has any type of impact or truth to it in any way, shape, or form, how do we go about it? Well, personally, you're doing it, but we need to effectively bring awareness and show their hand. So it's like in sync. It can parallel. It needs to be united with everything you're championing already. We need to expose that threat. And through that exposure, I feel we can bring everyone into the know. And once everyone knows, wow, yeah, biowarfare undoubtedly is a big threat, then dang it, how are they going to play that hand? We know. By doing that in and of itself, let's just say there's nowhere in this world they can hide. Nowhere. It's not that I feel we need to do. We must do this. I have the receipts. I have the receipts specifically regarding Lyme disease. Prove me wrong that it wasn't man-created. We can play and look and expose all the things that have gone into biowarfare that we are aware of, that we know of, and bring those receipts. We can do that. We can have the discussion. Have us on. Have me on. Have Unmuzzled chat on. Or don't. Do your own research and inject this into what you're already doing. Please, let's expose this hand to rule this out to where we can focus more on our individual levels up to this point, kind of like what Unmuzzled chat has been doing. And I would love to parallel this because you guys are already out there being the heavy hitters. I don't mean to insult anyone because a lot of patriots would almost take offense to being called a journalist or this or that, because words to them mean something, and the quote-unquote journalists and fact checkers and all this, they've been exposed for what they are. So even if you're effectively bringing news and doing your due diligence behind the scenes and what have you, effectively fulfilling the very definition of a journalism, I see how you want to disassociate yourselves with that very title, because freaking words mean something to you. And I'm on board with all that. My gosh, let's team up. Let's ensure better tomorrow. Thank you so much for listening to my rant. I hope it lands on some doorsteps to where put me in. I'm here. I'm ready. I'm getting stronger every day. I'm on fire to help. God bless you. Hope to hear from you soon.